Creepy, right? These are my eyes on a stick. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make, these are cake pops. I have spooky Halloween cake pops that I'm making. I have eyeballies, creepy little mummies, and pumpkins. So I'll show you how to make cake pops, just standard cake pops, and then how to specifically make these 3 different types for Halloween. It'll be fun. Alright folks, so for making the cake pops, what you're going to need is either chocolate or candy pellets to dip your pops in. So I have 4 different colors here. I have white chocolate. This is a light brown, which is actually peanut butter. Those are so good. Orange chocolate pellets and red. And then I have all of these pretty things to dip in. Mostly just Halloween colors, Smarties and sprinkles, and Ralphie's gonna steal one. And then you need, of course, your sticks to dip them in. And if you're packaging and wrapping your cake pops, then you need the long, what do you call these things? Cake pop baggies. And then I just have a brown ribbon. So then I wrap it around and curl them. So over here I'll show you the cake pop mix batter deliciousness. This is actually 2 batches of vanilla cake, and then I added in 1 container of icing. So it kind of has this gooey kind of consistency, but yes. And then also, yeah, you need 2 pans too for when you make the cake balls. You stick them on there. These are clean, I promise. Okay, let's begin. Oh, one more thing. You either need a styrofoam, you don't need really this big, but a piece of styrofoam or an egg carton works well too if you just jab holes in the egg carton, but I found that at work and I'm super excited to stick my cake pops in it. Okay, let's start. Alright, so I finished my tray of cake balls, rolling them all out. I have 35 here. And the next thing you want to do is really important. You want to put them in the freezer for at least 20 minutes because you want them to get nice and firm. Otherwise, when you stick the cake pop stick in the ball, it won't stay and it'll plop out into your chocolate and be a huge disaster. So this is a very important step. Put it in the freezer for at least 20 minutes up to an hour. So now that it's been 12 hours since your cake pops have been put in the freezer, they should be ready to go. So I've got my tray here, and they're kind of thawing out. You don't want them to be too solid. Next comes the tricky stuff, guys. What you want to do is heat up some chocolate. I like to use these glasses that we have, because they're nice and deep. And you can usually, you don't want to twist the cake pop. Let me just show you the first step. Let's start with that. So what you want to do is take your dipstick. You want to dip it in the chocolate first, and then you want to stick it right in your cake pop and just let that harden. And we'll do another one. And this is so when you dip it in the chocolate afterwards, the cake pop doesn't fall off. This is a crucial step. These are going to be our orange little pumpkins. Okay. Not too hard, right? And then you can see already this one, the chocolate already looks hard. There's another thing to remember with cake pops is that if your cake balls are too cold, like if you just took them out of the freezer, and your chocolate is too hot, then it'll look all funky and like almost kind of crack in that on your actual cake pop. So you kind of have to, you just have to feel it out and just try them a few times and see what works, but they're kind of a pain in the butt. But they can be fun. You just have to know what you're getting into. I also like to get a little random plate where stuff can fall. It's just handy to have a plate for random drippings and a stick to help clean the edges on the cake ball if you want them to look nice and clean. Let's begin. Grab a cake ball, one that looks like it's dry. And then, when you see this, try not to twist the cake ball, but just kind of plop it in. There we go. And then you just kind of, I kind of tap it a little bit to let it all, the extra shake off. Just shake and turn. And then I do use an extra stick every once in a while. And kind of just do that to get the extra stuff. Still a little bit more. There we go. Put that in my styrofoam. That's a nice clean ball. Look at that, that's real clean. Good job. Let's do another one. Same thing. You want to make sure everything's covered. Otherwise it's going to fall right off the stick. It takes time. I wish you didn't have to wait for the dripping part. Nobody got time for that. And another one done. Another little pumpkin. There we go. It's looking good, right? So we're gonna start with the mummy face mummy, the mummy cake pop first. And for that you need, you can either use icing or sprinkles for the eyeballs, and I just have sprinkles here, so I'll show you how to do that. After you dip the cake pops, you have some extra chocolate in here, and you just kind of stick it on the spoon and go like this all over the cake pop. And then I kind of figure out where I'm going to put the face. Maybe I'll put it like in this area. So then I wrap it around. Kind of leave a little peephole like that, and then I have 2 pieces of sprinkles right here. Ah, my hands are shaky. And I'm just gonna stay. Come on. They're really close together. Oh well. And then I put a little bit more just to make it look like they're peeping out from behind of their mummy bandages. And that'll dry like that. Next we'll do the eyeballs. With these ones you just need cake pop dipped in white chocolate and Smartie, and I used an edible pen for the veins and for the black in the center, and then I used a little dab of white chocolate for the whatever part of the eye you call that. So with my Smartie and edible marker, I kind of just draw in a circle. And then I use toothpick and just do a little dab of white chocolate right there. And then I also use the white chocolate on the back part of the Smartie like glue to stick it right to the cake pop. Get on. There we go. And then I take my red edible marker and just kind of do some squigglies. Which is perfect because my hands are really shaky right now anyway, so. And at the back, I just kind of join them all together. There we go. Here's an eyeball. Now we're gonna do the pumpkin face. So with that, you have your cake ball dipped in pumpkin colored. I'm gonna draw on a face of a pumpkin. Come on. Look at the mouth. I'm gonna try blue. Oh, that's much better. Something like that. Now I get some chocolate, orange leftover chocolate that I have here. And then I just kind of make lines all the way up. Something like that. And then I take the green sprinkles that I have. I get like 3 or 4. Put them together and stick them in the top. There! He's got 3 little hairs on his head. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you learned something and that you had fun if you tried making these cake pops. They're perfect for kids and maybe even adults. Let me know if you try them. I would love to hear about it. Send me pictures on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. But yeah, have fun guys. These are delicious. Happy Halloween.